It must have been a slow news day when this article came out from essentialkids.com. Why tickling your child is not always a laughing matter. It outlined the effects of unwanted tickling and how consent should be sought prior. Whilst for some the natural response is involuntary laughter, others see it as a deceptive response that results in feeling scared, overwhelmed and even violated.
Do you think this article came out because some adults aren't actually giving consent to kids?
I actually think it's ridiculous.
Do you? Why?
Tickling, come on. You don't go tickle random people. You're tickling your kids.
Well, some do.
You're tickling your kids. And in most cases, not many strangers would go up to my child and just randomly tickle them. But I'm talking about family members and, you know, it's a play thing. We're taking it too serious.
When you tickle your child and they say no, you can tell. You know if it's a good no or a bad no. You know that. But maybe an uncle doesn't. Maybe, you know, an auntie doesn't or a bigger cousin.
I just think we're taking it too far. What's next? We're not allowed to hold our kids' hands because it's touching. I just think tickling, it's a fun part of growing up.
I don't think they're saying you can't do it. They're just saying consent is the issue. Like, if they're saying no, stop. What's the problem with that?
I just find it a bit awkward. It would be awkward for an uncle or an auntie to say, hang on, Lisa, I'm about to tickle you. Are you okay with that?
It's just so awkward. No, but why not, if they say no, stop? Like, I've seen people continue. I've had people continue tickling me, and you can't control your response.
Yeah.
Like,
but you're not going to tickle them till they're like running out of air, you know, dying for a breath of fresh air.
Well, that's where tickling originated. It was a torture, a use of torture. Yeah, it was in the Han Dynasty and in other places, like
other cultures.
Centuries ago, they used it as a form of torture.
Yeah, it's torture for me when somebody's tickling me.
So you don't like to be tickled?
I hate being tickled.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you agree with the article? This mother, you know, we should ask our parents.
I'm with you. It's this police parenting is going too far for me.
Too far.
You're playing with a child. You don't have to keep asking for permission. It's play is spontaneous.
I agree with that completely. I'm just saying they took issue with the article when people say no. Like, there was a story of one girl, her father tickled her all the time. She hated it. She would say no. He would continue. When she was 13, she ended up breaking his finger and he never tickled her again.
Good on
her. Yes.
So I am talking about those extreme cases, not the everyday playful stuff.
Yeah.
But
There is actually a parenting book that I read, right, that actually said that you should never, ever tickle your child.
Really?
Yes, exactly. Well, I didn't read the rest of the book because when I saw that, it discredited everything to me because it just went out into the bin. Because the thing is, it's a spontaneous love thing. Yes, I agree with what Rachel is saying. If the child says no, stop.
yes.
But
Don't
really,
continue doing
do
it.
you go? Do you really go, can I tickle you now?
That just takes the fun out.
It does. It completely takes the fun out.
And it's something that I think a lot of parents and loved ones do with their loved ones, with the little kids in particular. Of course, if the kid is don't touch me, then you're not going to, and you learn, you know, it's common sense, that person doesn't want to be touched. But it's not something that we need to be, can I get your permission?
No, but common sense isn't that common to some people.
Yeah.
No.
But I guess there was also an interesting part of the article that I think we need to think of as parents, there's a safety aspect to it. Because we're teaching
it can
our
lead
kids,
to grooming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there is apparently evidence that it's one form that
Grooming.
Yeah, I don't think we need to
use.
police it, but we also need to be aware, hang on, I'm the person who's in control tickling. I also need to make sure that they're not, you know, upset on the inside.
Do you think it's also something that you're objecting to it is because it teaches a child that, you know, even though they say stop, and a person's continuing to tickle them, it might teach, you know,
I've seen circumstances where they're saying stop and the other parent says, oh, no, you're right, keep tickling them. And that just gives no power to this child. So,
or their body.
as I said, I'm speaking about extreme circumstances that we just need to be aware of.
Yeah, that is the boundary that I draw. Like, I tickle him without his permission, but if he says stop, I stop.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I stop for 5 seconds and he goes, tickle me again. So then I do.
Look, there's something to think about next time you go to tickle someone, particularly young children. Be sure to get their approval first and make sure they aren't in pain.